That's a lot of heat right there, bro.
This is Bobby T, and you're watching Makeshift Garage. You're watching Makeshift Garage.
Thinking it's good to have a lot of stuff laying around in your shed. Look at this. I got different size washers, different size screws. Why, you say? I'll tell you why. Because these panels fall apart. Look at this. This thing fell right out, man. I mean, what in the... And hopefully hold things together. Let's see. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Well, that'll hold that in. Now we just got to figure this part out. There we go. Uh-oh. I dropped the screw in the rocks. You ain't never finding that screw. What? Nah, she gone. I'll find it in my tire. It'll show up in my tire, don't worry. These break. They bust. They break out. And you know what? The only way to get them back in, oh, we're gonna need some big washes. I'm gonna have to go back to the shop. I need even bigger washes than these. All right, but I gotta fix it because look, otherwise you keep pulling on it and it's pulling everything apart. Everything is falling apart now because of that. It looks like I'm gonna have to put a couple of extra screws everywhere. Let's just get it done. Well, I also had a box of nuts, which is really good to have. Ever since we fixed this diesel, she's been running really good. I'm very happy with it. Devin pitched in. We did a lot of work together on this thing, and it is really running pretty good. Look at this. The mirror thing works too. Wow, how you like that? Life is delicious. I'll tell you what, I am so excited about that. I was dreaming about it falling into place last night, how I'm gonna do it, and I think that's the excitement about life. You know, you just start dreaming about stuff. You're like, you know you like it when you're dreaming about it. I love cars. I love fabrication. I love rebuilding engines. That's one of my favorite things to do is rebuild an engine. When you're rebuilding engines, and you know, when you rip it down, it's one thing. When you're putting it back together, it's another. But when you start that thing up and it runs and everything is good and the oil pressure is good, what a feeling of accomplishment. And it's not that difficult. You could buy a $20 book and do it yourself in your garage with no experience. Just follow the book step by step and you can do it. And I got to refer to the book. I don't remember all the talks, or you know, settings and all the torque specs and all of that. I don't remember all that. But so I go to the book, or I'll Google it or whatever. I'll do what I got to do to make the motor right. But as you go step by step, and you know, now I know the Ford's pretty damn good though. You know, I don't really go to the book too much anymore, but I have the book, and if I forget, boom, I go. Devin was interested in this old car, and he's like, look at this old car, man. I'd love to get an old car and do something with it. And I opened up Facebook buy and sell, and boom, I said, let's get it. And we picked up a 66 T-Bird, and it had a 390 in it that was rebuilt, and it had all disc brakes. The guy spent like $4,800 on the car, and then he was moving and he had to get rid of it. I bought it for $800, and the guy delivered it to my house for an extra $100. So for $900, we had a really good starter car, and that's how we got started on the Makeshift. We started just making, we put headers on that car. We really had a lot of fun with it. We primed it, we did a lot of body work on it. We were about to paint it, and one of Devin's friends said, hey, I'll trade you these toolboxes for that car. And we were like, I guess, all right, let's do it. Because we didn't have any toolboxes. So we traded the toolboxes for the car, and then we built a shed in the backyard to house the toolboxes. And the next thing you know, we're putting up tents and we're making a makeshift garage in the backyard. And we got another car, and we picked up a $300 1968 Fury 3. And we were like, wow, you know, let's get this thing going. Devin rebuilt the motor. It was his first rebuild. And we just started growing from there. We just started really getting into doing it, you know, and we were like, you know what, we need a bigger garage, you know. My wife, so we built more of a tent in the backyard. And finally, my wife, it was like a 6-car garage in my backyard, and it was all tents. And my wife was like, this is it, I had enough, you gotta get out of here, you can't be doing this here. And I'm like, all right, Devin, what do you want to do, man? Let's go. So we seeked out a place to hang out, and that's where we are now. That's the makeshift garage. It's a potato barn. It's the basement of a potato barn. And you know what? It holds 4 cars and all our tools and toolboxes. And we got a nice little spot outside to park other cars, which we have to thin out right now. We're selling a couple of things, and we're going to take the proceeds from whatever we sell, and we're going to dump it into motors and dump it into projects that we're doing right now, so that we can keep going. We can keep making film and having fun, but at the same time, we can keep building stuff, taking it to the track, and we'll rebuild it. We'll do another one, you know. But so that's where we're at now. So we have the Jackass. That's one car. It's kind of track ready. Which now I'm thinking about tearing that apart again and doing something different. We have the 50. What is it? No, the 63. We have the Galaxy 500. It runs. It needs. You know, we got to do a little bit of work to it too. We wanted to get it out of the garage, out of our way, so we could jump on something else. And we did. And we got the 65 Ford pickup, which the blinkers don't work. Of course, there's always something to do. So we got to fix the blinkers so we can drive that thing around again. And the ignition. The ignition's touchy. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. You know. And then we got that van that Ryan gave us. And, you know, it's a cool van, but the motor's got so many miles on it, and I'm not really sure what we're going to do with it yet. To be honest with you, I don't know yet. I'm not a fan of pulling motors out of vans. They're such a pain in the ass. If we can yank it out easy and put another one in easy, maybe I'll do it, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that, man. I'm a fan of ripping cars apart, ripping the motor out, you know, right out of the hood, having fun like that. Old school, broskies. We're just old school. We just started in the middle of nowhere with the middle of nothing, and we built it up to what we got now, and really we just have a lot of fun. And that's what we do. It's father and son having fun, teaching people that you don't have to know what you're doing to do it. You just got to get out and do it. Get off the couch, get out and just do it. So that's what we do. We paint all day, and then we hot rod at night. We go to the barn, man. We do something. We get something done. And we truly appreciate the comments. I love answering everybody. I love talking to everybody. It's a lot of fun for us. So let's make shift happen, man. We're almost at the garage now. Look at these fields. Look at these farms. Are you kidding? We're in New York. People go, oh man, city buildings. No. We're out in the country, bro. This used to be nothing but potato fields and cornfields. And now there's a lot of wineries, but it's still farm. A lot of horses. This is equestrian country. You know, one time we had horses at my other house, and I had a neighbor that was always crabby. She was always complaining and calling the town about my cars, about everything, you know. So one day, my horse, I take him down the block and he craps. Oh no, they delivered a horse. They brought the horse to my house. And we used to save horses, you know, horses that were going to the glue factory. They would give them to us, and we'd give them a good life for the last 2 years of their life, last year of their life. So we had this horse. It was a pony, but it was just under, you know, a couple of fingers under a horse. So it was really kind of big. It was a horse. But they delivered him to our house, and he crapped right in the road. So she came out screaming about the crap and blah, blah, blah. And she went in and called the town, and, you know, so I called the town and I go, look, what's the deal with this lady, man? She complains about everything. They go, oh, we know. We have hundreds of calls from her. I'm like, what? She said, yeah, hundreds of calls. She calls us all the time. I said, well, let me ask you a question. This is equestrian country, isn't it? They go, yeah. If my horse takes a crap in the street, do I got to go out with a shovel and pick it up? They said, no. If your horse craps in the street, you can leave it there. And I'm like, oh, that's what equestrian means. Your horse is free to go about the streets and do what it's got to do. And you don't have to go after it like a dog and pick it up with a shovel and a bag. Leave it there. So I go, all right. So I left it there. Oh my God, this lady had a fit. All right, so we're at the shop. Let's get something done. I am really looking forward to getting something done. Let's do it. Ooh, that's not it. That is not it. All right, see if I can get another one in there. And then we're in good shape. Think we got it. That's what I'm talking about. See, now I got a couple of them in there. See how that looks? She good enough. Look. Perfect. Welcome back, broskies. It's another adventure at the makeshift garage. Today, we got the 460 big block Ford. She's a monster. She came out of a 85 camper, and it had a C6 tranny mated to it, which we stripped apart because we didn't know what we were doing. Plus, we had to move it. It was too big and bulky, and bam, I wish I left it together because now I got to put it back on. There's a C6 transmission right there on the floor. That's the one that's going back on. And like I said, we're going to strip all of this modern junk off of here because we don't want any of it. And look what we dug up, man. We got a nice distributor with a street fire and a good coil, an MSD coil, which, that seemed like it was leaking oil. Ooh, that might be no good. They're not supposed to leak. Unless somehow we spilled oil on it or in it, that seems like it's leaking. Well, we'll have to check it out. We'll get a brand new coil if we have to. But we have a lot of good parts. Look under here. We have all kinds of brand new old stock. Look at these. These are going to be sexy. Should I pull it out? Look at this thing, man. We got all kinds of cool stuff laying around. Look at these, man. Oh, Ford racers. Look at these suckers. I was going to put them on a Jackass, but they don't fit, man. They hit my brakes. They, you know, the brake booster, they smack it. So I think we got some really cool stuff. And what is this? Oh, this is a 460 Victor intake, which we're not going to put on this motor. We're going to put that back on the Jackass and take the one on the Jackass and put it on here. And we got a set of 460 big block headers under here, which I bought these, I don't know how long ago. They look like they're going to go right on this. They dump straight down. So they'll come out and dump straight down like a truck. They're truck headers, I think. But look in the hole. I don't think nothing's going to be in our way. We could take them and dump them straight down. Yeah, probably, because the motor's going to be high. So we could take them, dump them straight down, and then shoot them out the back. That might work perfect, man. So I think we're in good shape. We got a lot of cool stuff to build with. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to strip this motor down. We're going to get rid of stuff that we really don't need on there. This air compressor's gone. We're done. We're not going to have extra air. Although there are times where extra air is good, especially on a 460 when you put a cam in it. You could put this on it. We might throw this on the Jackass. You could switch it up and put this on, and then you'll have stopping power, brake power. But you don't need brakes going down a track. You just need a little bit of brake at the end, and then you want to turn around and come back. So you just need some brakes. You don't need, like, you're not on the road. We're not on the road driving it. If we were, we might leave this on. Let's get this coil out of the way. We'll start there. How's that? All right, that's good. We'll start right there. And I think we'll just take that right out. Everything's coming out. In case I ever want to use this on something else, which, you know me, I'll just throw it in here. We might put that bracket back on if we keep this on temporarily. I'm not sure what we're doing. I know I told you what our plans are, but let's see what really develops. Let's see what we really have to do and what we don't have to do just to mock it up and get it going. Because really, I want to leave this on so I can drop it in and pull it out. And I think it's better to leave this old one on there to do that. But I'm going to take this nonsense off. So let's start there. Yeah, I don't ever see us using this. We'll just toss this in the garbage. Maybe 2 good bolts on it. I'll get a vacuum on this and we'll suck this all out of here. I don't want nothing falling in there. Because I think I do want to use this temporarily. There we go. There we go. All right. We don't need this stinking thing. I don't know if I want to keep that, though. I might want to keep these. For some reason, I'm not sure, but I might want to keep these. Let's get this out of the way. Oh, man alive. We definitely ain't using that. That might come in handy one day for something, but we ain't using that. Yep, here we go. That makes it a little bit easier. The only lesson I've learned in the past is don't repurpose oil pumps. Just get a new one. For the 40 bucks or whatever they cost, get a new one. And really, you don't need high volume ones unless you're ripping them down the track and you want to get all the oil up there and you don't care because then you shut the thing down at the end and all the oil drains back down. It don't matter. You won't suck it dry. The very next thing we're going to do is take a 1/2 inch and we're going to get this distributor out of the hole. We don't need that. It's my bag of tools. I take these tools on the highway, you know, and so far they have saved my life every single time. All right, so I'm gonna go find my rust bust. I'm gonna soak this down more, and I'm gonna get my pry bar and pop this thing out because she's kind of stuck. I don't know why. It probably sat for more years than the guy was telling us. But it did have 50,000 miles on it, that much I know. And we're going to investigate. We're going to open it up. We're going to flip it upside down. We're going to check it out. We're going to make sure she's good. Otherwise, we'll give it a quick rebuild. Who cares, right? Let's get it done. All right, broskies. So we did strip down a bunch of stuff off of here, and I went to take the distributor out, and I grabbed it and pop, I snapped it right off. So that's okay. I'm going to heat that up, and I'm going to get in there and work it out. But now I'm curious, what does the oil look like? I think we ought to take a quick look and see what we got here, you know? Whoa, look at that. Wow. Huh. I guess there's a bolt right there, tightens that up. Let's see let's see what that looks like. It's not terrible. I mean, it's black. It smells like a 3,000 mile oil change. That's about it. Yeah, that's fine. All right, first things first. Let's get a little heat on that thing and see if I can loosen it up. I'm pretty sure I can. Woo! That's a lot of heat right there, bro. Let's see. All right. Trying not to burn it so hot, you know, but all I got is this gigantic cutting torch. I don't have a small torch, but I'm going to try to get it hot. And try to turn it out. Let's see if I can do it. We'll use lumpy. She does not want to turn. All right, broskies, I think we broke it loose. Check it out. She's coming out now, man. I had to beat the crap out of it, though. Come on. I think I got it now, though. I beat her loose. Oh, wow. That was unbelievable. This thing is, this is weird. I never seen them come out like that. Oh, I guess because I broke it. I guess because I broke it. But that's weird, man. Here we go. Yeah, the gears are nice. The gears are in beautiful shape. Hey, look what I made. I made an oil pump thing. Woo! I could keep this, man. I could prime it with this. Yeah, I don't know what that was, man. I never had that happen before, ever. But now, I'm very happy. So look, we got her pretty stripped down. I got a brand new water pump too, man. I got two brand new 460 water pumps. So why use that old water pump? And Devin wants an electric, he wants an electric pump anyways. He really does. We're probably just gonna have to get an electric water pump. We'll use that distributor that we got, and we'll hook up the ignition with a nice hot coil. I don't know if that coil's any good. I saw oil coming out of it. I think we'll get a brand spanking new, like 60,000 volts, you know, we'll get a real good one. And I think we're in good shape. So the next move I think I want to do is let the oil out and see what that looks like completely, like let it dump and flip it upside down, pull the pan, take a look. Take a look. I'm glad you guys are along for the build. If you like what you see and you want to see more, make sure you go to YouTube, subscribe, hit the little bell. When you hit the bell, you'll get a notification. So make sure you get off the couch and you get out there and you get to those projects. We want to see what you guys are doing, so put it in the comment. Tell us what you're doing. Send us some pics, man. Let's check it out, dude.